When I was about 22, I went for the most important interview of my life for a trainee therapist position, but it was a really hot day, and all I could think about was how much I was sweating in my suit and how I was going to have to shake somebody's hand in a minute, and it was absolutely dripping wet. What I want to talk about is how do you break out of that cycle once you've become self-conscious about something and it's making it worse, it's snowballing. So once I've noticed it, it's all I can think about, it's making me even more anxious, which is heightening the symptoms again, and then I'm stuck in this loop. How do you break out of it? It doesn't only happen with sweating, it happens with sort of dry throat. So if it's going to be your turn to speak soon in a group, to introduce yourself maybe, and as it's creeping around to you, all you can feel is your throat being really dry, and all of a sudden you feel like you're not going to be able to speak when it comes around. Same thing. Maybe if it's about dancing, you're trying to have a dance, but you're feeling very self-conscious about it, feeling very awkward, like your body's all gangly and weird, and you feel like everybody's looking, everybody's judging you, and it's all you can think about, it makes you feel really anxious, it sort of ruins your time. How do you break out of that? While we're here, if you've not seen me before, I'm Ted, and this is what I do. Try and break down mental health issues, particularly anxiety, so that people can understand what's going on and find a useful way out. If that sounds good to you, drop a little follow. You'll be really welcome. So let's come back to the sweating example. What was going on? First of all, I had noticed that the sweating was there, but I sweat lots of the time. When I'm exercising, I'm sweating, and I don't start worrying about it. Why not? So it's not only noticing that the sweating is there, is what does it mean? The sort of what if. In this scenario, it was, what if they notice I'm sweating? What if they judge me as gross? Or what if it's embarrassing? Sometimes that's enough, and that's all it is. In this scenario, it was a step further than that. It was, what if it means I don't get this job? I need this job because I'm in a job that I don't like, and I've been desperate to get these jobs. I've been applying for them for a year and I've not got anywhere yet. It felt catastrophic. And that might help us understand why my body kicked off my anxiety response. When your anxiety response kicks off, your heart rate starts going, your breathing starts going a bit faster, and you tend to sweat. You also tend to feel like your throat's going dry. You also tend to feel like your stomach's going weird, or like you need the toilet. And it might be those things that you're feeling very self-conscious of. Once you've noticed that symptom, once you've noticed it's happening, what happens then? You start to focus on it. You zoom right in. Oh my word, I can feel it breaking out on my forehead. I can feel it on my hands. And it's all I can think about, and it magnifies it and makes it worse. There are two things that can be really helpful in this scenario. The first one is noticing that you are focusing on it and trying to draw your attention outside of yourself. So rather than thinking about my hands, looking at what's around me, listening to the people around me that are talking. If you're self-conscious dancing, try not to focus on your body, try to just look at the faces of your friends and the people that you're having fun with. It takes away some of this part, some of the magnifying. The second thing is trying to understand your body and trying to slow that down. So rather than thinking about the sweating, just try and slow down my heart rate and slow down my breathing by slowing down my movements and taking some deeper breaths. It starts to pull the anxiety response down a little bit and stops it getting worse.